Hello Livewires, Heather Boyd Wire here. Today I had a special request from Valerie to make a Champaka flower out of wire for her mom. We're going to start by using a light box to trace the shape of the flower. So I printed in black and white just so I don't use so much ink, and I'm just going to trace around the shape of the petals. You want to make a loose line drawing that will be easy to follow with wire. So then you can go in after and touch up any areas that are missing that you feel that you want to trace, or you can improvise when you make the actual piece. So we're just going to go around doing the interior petals and try to do one continuous line so it will be easy to do in wire. So bring it around, and then we have a long piece of wire. Better to cut it too long than too short, and we're going to trace around the shape of the flowers. So the best technique to do this is just to have the template, place your wire against the template, do some of the curves with your thumb, and then lift the wire off the template to do the little fine details. There I used the round nose pliers, my fine stainless steel round nose pliers, to make a little loop and then squish it together a little bit so it's not too big, and curve it around with your thumb to form the petal. And you're going to rotate your template as you go so it's easier to access. Again, lift it off the template. This time I'm using the tweezer nose pliers. These are the Xuron tweezer nose pliers. They're really wonderful for doing small shapes, and curve it with your thumb. It's probably the easiest way to do it. You can also curve the wire using a round form like a highlighter or a pill bottle, but this wire is quite soft. It's the Beadalon artistic wire. It's copper, so it makes nice smooth bends. And we're just going to continue with our petals. You'll see I'm bending them sort of to one side and then backtracking, so it gives the impression that the petals are overlapping. Hold it where you want to make the bend it with your pliers, rotate the template and bring it back down, curve it around. So follow these the best that you can. It's okay if the size and the forms get a little bit distorted from your template. You're still going to have the impression of the flower. Curve it with your thumb. Hold it in place where you want to do that bend. Lift it off the template and give it a nice little sharp bend with the Xuron pliers. These are flat nose pliers, the tweezer nose pliers, so they can give a nice sharp bend. And try to give your petals a little bit of curve, body, just so they're not too stiff. You want this to be very artistic. It's like making a line drawing of a flower, but with wire. I love drawing with wire. It's super fun. And this technique has so much potential. You can draw line drawings, you can get clip art, you can trace photos to get basic shapes, and then you just trace them with the wire. And it's amazing what kind of results you can get by doing it in this manner. So do any little adjusting you need to, curve it around. Again, pinch it and lift it up, and then you're going to do your bends again. So you see we're coming around to doing sort of the first layer of petals. We want to do the outside ones a bit larger. Don't make all the petals the same size. It's really nice in art to have variety, so they can be slightly different shapes, slightly different sizes. And it also gives the impression of foreshortening when some of the petals are smaller. It looks like some are closer to you, some are further away, some might be bent a little bit. So we're just going to go around. I'll link up the template in the description of the video, or you can draw out your own flower and trace it. So we're just going to curve it around, pinch it. I'll also link up where you can purchase the light box on Amazon, and it makes tracing much easier. So now, once we've done the first sort of set of petals, we're just going to curve around the end, make a little loop in the middle, and then poke the other end through. Now this is just going to secure the petals together in a circular formation. And now we're going to go back and form the interior row of petals. So these ones are quite a bit shorter. We're just going to curve it around, follow that shape. It's a little trickier because they're inside, a little shorter. Get those tweezer nose pliers to form the petals, curve it around, and you'll see the interior petals are a little more curved than the outside petals. So you can hold it with your thumb to do the bend as well if it's easier, especially with these interior petals. Get your tweezer nose pliers and make a nice little sharp bend there. Curve it around with your thumb. And get your round nose pliers if you need to make more of a curve there, and then curve it back. We're just going to do a little row of interior petals there. Push it with your finger and get the tweezer nose pliers to make those sharper bends. Give it a good little bend there, and then curve it with your thumb. Bring it around, and the round nose pliers to bend it out again. So you could do about 4 or 5 petals in the middle. Sometimes it's nicer to have an odd number. We're just going to bend that in. You don't want to do too many petals either, otherwise it's just going to become a bit of a hot mess. So curve that around. We're getting there. Keep in mind, if this video seems too fast for you, you can slow down the playback settings. If you just click on the wheel on the video and you can watch it in slow motion, you can mute the sound. Or if this is too slow, you can speed up the playback speed and hear me talk like a chipmunk. So now we're going to bring those wires in so it's to the center there. That's the first step, and now we have to finish it off. So from here in the middle, I want to make some little loops just to finish it off in the middle. So we're just going to make maybe about 5 little loops in the middle to complete our flower. These are optional. You can also put beads in the middle if you like. That would be pretty. But this one I decided to do in all kind of monochromatic wires. I was actually going to do the stem out of green, but I decided to stick with silver and gold for this. So this is the gold artistic wire by Beadalon. So we're going to clip off the end of the last loop, pinch it flush, and then we just have one end of a wire left. You could have cut that longer and made the stem out of the same wire to make it all one color, but I decided to add a silver wire, also the artistic wire, and I'm going to add the silver wire on there. And we're going to form a few leaves and a stem. So twist it around a couple of times, pinch it in so it's secure, and then from there I'm just going to take the end of the gold wire and put it through one of the loops in the petals. We just want to anchor the wire in place so it's not wiggling around. So you can improvise with this, whatever is the best way for you to anchor that wire, twist it and clip it. So now we won't have any ends of the gold wire and we're just working with the silver wire. So I'm going to curve it around, follow the shape of the leaves that are on the template, even if they're not in the same position, it's okay. Just gives you a ballpark of the shape. So we're going to curve it around. So the leaves are quite a bit bigger than the flower. And then you can twist it around the center wire. And we're going to form another leaf. Like I said, you could do the stem and the leaves in green if you prefer. The sky is the limit for this project. I'm using 20 gauge wire, but if you want a larger sculpture, you can use 18 gauge wire, or you could use 16, but it would be very hard to work with. So unless you're making a really large flower, I would stick with 20 or 18 gauge wire. So we're just continuing to form the leaves on the other side, twist the end and then clip it. So now we just have one end of wire left, and what we want to do is just form one more leaf. It's kind of nice to have it's asymmetry, so we have 3 leaves, an odd number. Wind that wire around, and then we're going to make a little spiral on the end to finish it off. So in theory, this could be a bookmark if you had the flower sticking out the top of the book, or it could be an ornament, or if you make the spiral larger and bend it at a right angle, it could even stand up. I'll link up some other tutorials. I made a rose, a standing rose. I'll link that up in the description below. So the sky is the limit for this design. You could also make a pendant with the flower and curve it around, make any adjustments you need, and there is your flower. So thank you so much, Valerie, for your special request for the Champaka flower, and have fun making one for your mom. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.